Hello everyone, let's continue on with our last part for the certification on part studio, part design, and that will be the step. So I'm going to create a new document and title it step. And for this part, the best results will be, since we're going to look at the step in its original orientation, we would probably want to add our sketch to the top plane here. So I'm going to hit Shift S, select the top plane. If you hit in, you should view normal to sketch plane here, which is a two-dimensional transparent piece of paper. And this is where we can begin our sketch. I'm going to draw a rectangle by selecting R on the keyboard. And again, you can see that I just cannot learn. I keep doing this in US Imperial. So I need to go to Documents, or to the document menu, workspace units, and change this to metric. Now I can right click and edit, and I can then come back and add these dimensions now. Since I already saved it, D on the keyboard, select the dimension. This is 275. Let's zoom to fit here. I'll make it a little smaller. And this dimension here is 400. So that is the first part. We're going to make sure that a couple things here. If you turn on the constraints, you want to make sure that the origin of your rectangle is coincident with the origin, and you just want to make sure that your corners here are perpendicular, and then we have some horizontal and parallel lines, vertical lines, just to check and make sure all of those are good, and I can go ahead and accept that. The next step would be to extrude this step upwards. So I'm going to hit Shift E on the keyboard. I'm going to select the step itself. This is a new step, or a new extrusion or solid on this face of sketch 1. This should be main sketch. We'll go back and change that in a second. Keep this blind. You want this to be 40 millimeters, and they do want you to draft it, kind of like we did with the wheel. They want you to draft it 5 degrees, and after you draft yours, if it's in the wrong direction, which this one is in the wrong direction here, I'm going to want to flip it over, and you want to draft it so that the wider part is down at the bottom, or on the actual original main sketch. From here, I'm going to go ahead and accept it. And let's go back right now and let's rename this sketch 1 to main sketch. And then I want to go down here to the part, and I'm going to rename this step. So now I have the beginning section of my step, and I believe they're going to have you add a fillet to these 4 vertices, or the vertical edges around here. Not vertices, but vertical edges. A vertex is right here where these line edges intersect. So we just want to select fillet from up here. And the particular fillet that they want you to do is a 15 millimeter fillet, and they want you to add it to these 4 edges. Oh, that's something different that I learned today. You used to be able in Inventor and Fusion to go through here, but in Onshape you cannot. So we'll want to make sure that that fillet is on those 4 edges, and accept that. And then that will be the beginning, or part 1 of the step. Check back for part 2 when we move forward, and we'll be adding a new sketch plane to start looking at Extrude cutting this out to add the ribs. I will see you all in just a little bit.